So we've got a ton of questions.
A ton is scary. Very scary. Very, very scary.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna jump into this because this whole episode is dedicated to you, sir.
Oh man,
what is up, everybody?
Do it again.
What?
I was on Ty's game.
Oh God, Jesse. I said, what is up?
that was perfect.
Yeah, you did it wrong.
No.
Do it right.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast. This is episode 151 of the show where we like normalize checking in on the homies. I'm Mike. That is Ty. Ooh. Oh, wrong camera angle, and that's Jesse doing the cameras. Sir.
Yeah.
Sir. For so long, you have been hitting us with the heavy hitter questions, and now you get to answer your own questions. There's not going to be a ton of buildup to this. We're just going to jump straight in because there's some thinking that needs to be done on your behalf.
Let me just apologize to everybody beforehand for my crazy questions. They're supposed to be thought-provoking. I want you guys to think a little.
I only went back within the last year of episodes.
Oh, okay. That's not too crazy.
But for those of you guys who don't know, Ty is the bass player for multiple bands. Burner State, Torture Culture, Easy Out, some other projects that will remain unspoken.
Yes.
And he likes to contribute to the question portion of the show where he asks the heavy-hitting questions that make us sit here and think and provide captivating audio because we don't know how to answer half the time.
Oh man, I didn't think about this before asking questions, but that's
so
okay.
we're here.
Okay.
We're here.
Okay.
And this is going to be the launching point for a spin-off series of The Walking Blind called That's Crazy.
That is crazy.
With me and Ty.
Yes.
Yeah, it's happening.
I'm looking forward to that.
So, we're going to jump straight into questions. Do you want to start with your heavy hitters for the past year, or do you want to hit the new questions that have been coming in?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I guess surprise me.
No, because in the beginning they weren't as heavy as they are now.
Oh,
yeah.
Then okay, yeah. Let's start there.
Okay,
yeah. That's good.
Okay,
That'll make me feel better.
So let's start. We're heading all the way back. Ty.
Yes.
If you had the chance to become the lead singer to your favorite band, or start a new band but have any members you want, which one would you choose?
Okay. So.
And I guess we can fine tune this to say the bass player.
Okay. Actually. Okay. So I can absolutely answer this because I've thought about this before.
Okay.
Years ago. So. My favorite band of all time is Blink-182, and that's just one of the reasons I started playing bass. But Mark Hoppus, huge influence for me. So I always thought it'd be cool if I jumped on bass and then they got a second guitarist, and then Mark was just the lead singer, so we'd be a 5-piece.
Solid.
And that second guitarist would have been Travis, because obviously this is when I was thinking about it back in 8th, 9th grade. So that was our favorite band back then. So so you would join Blink? Yeah, 1,000%. I don't think we would have broken up as many times as I did. Let's just give it a buck. I mean, I don't think we would have, but those two guys are insane big personalities. But I would love, because I already know all of Enema of the State. I'm sure I could probably learn the rest of the catalog, within a decent amount of time. But yeah, I couldn't even imagine being on stage and looking to the left and seeing Mark Hoppus and turning around and seeing Travis Barker, and then turning to the right and seeing Travis being like, dude, we're in Blink. And then because I don't think that would ever go away. That excitement, I still have it, and we're again, for some of the other projects, even the stuff that we're doing now, but I don't think that excitement would ever go away. So, and then seeing Tom talk about peeing on people and all this other random stuff talks about on stage. So
I was like, I would never.
So this sparks another question.
Yes.
That I feel like has been debated throughout the years. Who do you consider currently, look at Blink-182, who's the lead singer? Is it Mark? Or is it Tom? The question is not who's the better singer.
No, it's who's the lead
because
singer. So that's a good. I don't think I've ever thought of. That's a good question. I think I've always listened to the albums and been like, okay, how many songs does each person dominate? Because I think there's songs that Mark will do the entire song with only like a little bit of backup from Tom, and then vice versa. There's like so then I'm trying to start thinking of hits. Okay, so like, damn it, let's just do Damn It. Like, that's a Mark song, but then Tom sings the chorus. What's My Age Again? That is a complete Mark song. All the Small Things is a Tom song. Josie is a Mark, like...
Yeah.
Who's the lead singer? Wow.
I think it's valid to say...
That's a good question.
It's valid to say Blink wouldn't be Blink without both of them. Right.
Yeah, because I think everybody would have the same sentiment if Mark left the band and it was just Tom, Travis, and some other random bassist in that sang. I can't even think of anybody who.
Well, they did have that.
Okay, and then even deeper cuts. Did you prefer Boxcar Racer, Angels and Airwaves, or Plus 44?
Okay, so ranking, I would go. Ranking.
I mean, there's Boxcar. I feel like dominates.
For me, Boxcar's first, then Plus 44, and then Angels and Airwaves is third. So Boxcar, I think, was dope because, we're going back then, like that was like the heavier, like it sounded heavy, right?
Yeah.
It was the cool, like, man, this isn't just the normal, like, all the Small Things pop punk. It was very, dark. Plus 44 was still catchy enough, but I couldn't do it like cover to cover. Boxcar Racer for me, I could do cover to cover, so that's why I put them first. And then Angels and Airwaves, I was always kind of like, like some songs
are good.
Yeah. Some songs like, all right, like.
Also, before anybody jumps on me, I didn't include Travis's other projects because he's not singing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're talking about
we're
talking about from it.
Yes. But so then I guess if that's the case, then I would say maybe, I don't know, I feel like Tom's the lead singer.
Do you want
That's crazy.
do you want the Google answer?
What's the Google answer?
The Google answer is the current lead singer of Blink-182 is Mark Hoppus. Mark Hoppus is also the bassist and co-founder of the band. He shares vocal duties with Tom DeLonge, who also plays guitar and vocals.
I mean, I feel like that's fair. At this point, Mark's been in Blink longer than Tom.
He has. Yeah, so he should be the lead.
Yeah.
Dang. I mean, but so many people were so angry when he was gone. Or like, granted, there are Matt Skiba fans. Matt Skiba's not. Okay, well, relax. Like, chill out.
But
let him breathe.
We had this. Did we have this conversation last night when we were driving? If a band is going to replace a lead singer, they have to get somebody who does it completely different.
Yes.
Because otherwise you are just going to be the guy that isn't as good as the original.
And I think it's cool that they got a chance to write stuff with Matt to give him his own type of style, right? Because otherwise, all he's playing is the Enema, the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, the Neighborhoods, the self-talk. That's all he's doing, which is all what he did at first. So the whole time they're just like, no, this isn't Tom. I don't like it. Like, okay, well, Tom's looking for aliens, and he was right. So
what was your favorite Skiba song with Blink?
It's the one that they. Oh, I'm gonna get into that.
This pool?
No. It's wait, what?
Do you remember the pool song?
No.
It was like 6 seconds. I want to see some naked dudes. That's why I built this pool.
No, I did not. I have not heard that song, but I will listen to it right after. Oh my gosh, it's the one that they played all four of them. Shows how much of a fan I am, right? This is terrible.
Shows how much of a fan you were not.
Yeah, clearly. Well, it's the one.
Like the main single?
Yeah, the one off of oh my gosh. I cannot think of the name of the song right now.
I'm gonna let you sit here. I'm gonna let you sit here and dwell on it because this is how we feel when we
last long. What's the name of that song? You know, Jesse, you know what it is?
It's Bored to Death.
Thank you. Thank you. I was like, I'm gonna sing the words. Okay, so let me just tell you. So like we, thank you. I was like, what's the name of that?
Now you know how we feel on this show.
My fault, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm still saying questions, but I'm sorry still. No, so when I think it was a benefit show where Blink and Alkaline Trio played together. Now, of course,
are they doing a run together right now?
They are now, yes, yeah. which is dope. And everybody was like, they have to do a song, they have to do a Skiba song, they have to so it was so cool to see the four of them on stage.
Yeah.
And that kind of got a glimpse of what it would be like if if they were a four-piece, which I don't know why I think Green Day does it live, and then I think they added that guy officially into Green Day, but I don't think he's in any of like the pictures. Same thing for MXPX. MXPX has always been known as a three-piece, but now they have that other guy, I can't remember his name, but he plays live with them all the time, and I'm almost sure he writes with them now. So I don't know why maybe they just had too much chemistry with the three of them, or...
I think when you're known as a band with a certain style and a certain look, a lot of people just tend to keep that.
Yeah.
Like we've known of, I won't say their name, but like bands who have an image and one guy that plays with them that doesn't have the image plays behind the curtain.
Dang.
So
that's crazy.
He's playing at all the live shows, but he's not on
not
stage. He's still shredding in the back. But we won't name names.
Yeah, we don't have to
know.
name names, but I think we know.
We know.
Sum 41 did the same thing. They were a four-piece, and then they added another guitarist, and then the singer just stopped playing guitar completely, except for like a handful of songs.
Yeah.
Like Still Waiting, because he does the intro.
He does the thing that always stresses me out with lead singers that play guitar, where they'll play like two chords and then they'll just throw it behind their back. And they just sing with the guitar behind their back.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
And he does that a lot. Like he'll walk back and forth, and I'm
just put it down, man.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He full on went lead singer status, which is dope. Like I said, he'll grab it for a couple.
That's what she said.
That's crazy.
He beat me to it.
Yeah, only because you had to unmute your mic first.
But yeah, Blink would be the answer. Now for lead singer, I mean, I can't sing for anything. Killswitch Engage.
You'd want to sing for Killswitch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Howard era or Jesse era?
Howard for sure.
All right.
And mind you, this is if I had the talent, and I'm saying this because I remember the very first time I heard End of Heartache.
Yeah.
Did you hear him or did you see him?
Hear first, see, I think shortly after, like within the same day, and then I'm like, there's no way that's him.
I feel like Howard's voice doesn't fit his face.
It doesn't. Yeah. And then
but he rips it.
And so my old buddy from junior high and like a little bit of high school, we also played in a band together with Travis. He's the one who showed me Killswitch Engage, and I remember he specifically showed me the song, and then 30 minutes later showed me the video, and I'm like, that's not him.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it's not him. He's like, no, it is. I'm like, it's not. He's like, yeah, it is. There's no way that sound comes out of him. And then I watched the whole thing. Pause. That's crazy. But so I watched the whole video, and I'm like, I can't believe it. And of course, like I said, I fell in love with that whole album. But man, yeah, if I had the talent, that's the band I would do it for.
Okay.
Yeah, Killswitch is. Those guys are nuts.
Isn't that insane seeing Ty sing?
I know.
No, yeah,
I'm trying to get Ty to sing on some of these upcoming multiple songs that we've been working on.
Auto tune, I'll do it, but yeah, just raw vocals, yeah, that's not my forte.
All right, so moving on, who got you into heavy music?
Oh, Travis for sure. We actually talked about it yesterday. Zayo was the first like hardcore band, and that was still in high school. I don't know, and we're talking before 2000, early 2000s. I don't know anybody else that was really into music like that.
Was that because Zayo was a Christian hardcore band? or
so our
not
buddy,
really hardcore. But
yeah. But so our buddy introduced him to Zayo, and I'm assuming so because then some of the other bands that we listened to were still in that Christian realm,
Tooth
right?
and Nail bands,
exactly,
basically,
exactly. So eventually, obviously, I started to branch out a little bit, but I mean, even up to like Poison Well, who I just saw not that long ago, who are still freaking ripping it. But yeah, that's where it came from.
Bring down your mic.
Oh, your microphone.
I'll bring down. No, gotcha.
A little blurry. There we go.
So yeah, but yeah, it was Travis, and then goodness gracious, he showed me a ton of other bands, and then going to showcase pretty much every other week at that point. I mean, goodness gracious, we even saw I mean, I don't know, they're more metalcore, but we even saw Treyu at Showcase. I mean, Showcase birthed obviously a lot of bands back then, but yeah, it was Travis who kind of got me into heavy music.
That was the era where you could see like Atreyu and 18 Visions and Avenged Sevenfold, like all on the same bill for no reason.
Fun fact, right before they blew up, I saw Bullet for My Valentine at Showcase, which is insane. And I saw, is it Fuse? Fuse, I think, is the channel that was on DirecTV or whatever cable, and I remember seeing Bullet for My Valentine, Hand of Blood, and I was like, "What is this intro? Who are these guys?" And then saw that they were playing. I mean, literally, we're talking like right before they blew up. Insane that those guys are.
Still blows my mind that band has been around since the 90s, and then
which is only 10 years ago, right? I still can't believe I said that. That's crazy, man. My back is hurting.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, we're slowly starting to realize that things we thought were a decade ago are more like 2 or 3 decades ago.
Man. Yeah, we can say 3 decades. Oh gosh.
Okay, so what was so I'm gonna since we're asking your questions, but I'm gonna piggyback some questions off.
Yeah.
When Travis got you into heavy music, what was your family's reaction to you getting into like?
So it wasn't crazy. I will say having my sister come out and watching us play and having her be like super open because she saw how happy it made me was dope. Same thing with my dad. I'll never ever forget the very first time he came and watched us play. I bombed it, and I literally ran up to him right after. I promise I'm way better than this. And he was like, you spent all that time playing in your room. Like, I saw you mess up. And I'm like, Dad, he just
called you on it.
Because I don't, even when I mess up now, I don't like live. In practice, I'll make a scene. But live, like, I'll just keep going. I think because I knew he was there, this is the very first time he saw me, I was like, I would like spaz. It was crazy.
Well, where was the first show that your dad saw you?
Nuevo Church. Well, I don't know if the church was called Nuevo Church, but it was a church in Nuevo. Yeah, that was.
Did you feel like emotional?
Oh, 1000%. Yeah,
dude. Actually, the first time my dad ever saw us play was like years into me playing music. It was already Creative Void, and we were playing Chain. And I didn't think he was gonna make it. I think I've talked about this. I didn't think he was gonna make it because it was for he was in town for my cousin's graduation. And we get on stage to play, and I see him. My dad's tall.
Yeah.
See him standing in the crowd with his fucking Lakers hat on the side wall at Chain, and I was like, holy shit. And I see him like headbanging, and I was like, emotional, dude. I was like, holy
absolutely.
shit. Fucking dad's here, man.
Yeah.
As you punch someone in the face.
Yeah. as I was hitting the
Oh man, I want to play that song.
All right, what's the most comfortable setting for you to write in?
Comfortable setting? After I've eaten.
After
I've eaten.
You don't go into a coma?
Let me back up.
Ty eats healthy.
I would like for all y'all to believe that
Ty makes good choices.
Yeah,
most of the time.
That is a perfect. Yeah, perfect. Because
Ty makes better choices than us, but he's also the first one to get cinnamon roll pancakes
without blinking. I will. You guys want to go get dessert? Yep, sure do.
Yep.
Like, you sure don't want to? Nope. I'll go get it.
What does your crumble budget look like?
I don't have to get into that.
My nails need to get cut.
Would you say you spend more on crumble or Cinnabon?
That's a loaded question because I have more Cinnabon rewards than I do crumble. So I guess that kind of answers the question. So let me.
And then how often do you just like DoorDash it to the house?
Okay, so dang, this is a lot. So here's what happened. So Cinnabon, I don't know how I found out that they delivered, but that was the worst mistake because we all know delivery fees are expensive.
Insane.
But there are times where I'm like, even though the mall's like 5 minutes that way, I would rather just sit in the house and it's still warm. And then like, oh my gosh. Oh man. I really want Cinnabon right now. This is crazy. Crumble's a little different. Crumble now, like you have to have a flavor that's gonna make me like jump up.
Right.
Like it's because it changes all the time. Like the red velvet's always cool.
That French toast one that they had was
just
unreal.
Yeah, see, that one is dope because I love French toast, but they have to have like stuff that's like really, oh, okay, I need to go to Crumble. I mean, I still have a gift card or two that might need to get used, but that's beside the point.
I actually preferred Cookie Plug to Crumble.
Ooh.
But I feel like Cookie Plug went under because apparently the guy had like some cases on him.
Oh shit!
From what I understand, he got in trouble, and that's why a bunch of them just started shutting down.
That sucks.
You mean the Cookie Plug that promoted lean and
Yeah, but the cases were not. They were
double cupping your drink.
You could Google it.
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
From what I understand, you can Google. That's what I've heard. I don't.
Okay.
Don't take what I'm saying as fact, but
yeah,
I just know that my cookies are not available anymore. I'm upset.
And I still want them.
Yeah, I'm upset.
All I know is the plug is down.
Yeah.
Then that's true. Plug's actually gone. No, but no, I have to have just eaten. And then honestly, like just in a quiet space. I normally write like right in front of my laptop so I can just record stuff right away. We've all been there where we write something cool and then forget about it. Yeah. And if it's not recorded, it's probably not coming back until either months later, or years later when you happen to start another project and it just magically slows up. But yeah, I would say after I've eaten, just in a quiet space, and then I kind of just go. I do some exercises and then I just try to start writing.
You a headphone guy?
Yeah, I am now. Yeah, I it's rare that I'll have the amp like plugged in. I'll just because I don't play super loud, but and also too like I will play music, play along with it just to kind of get my okay cool like this is the space I'm trying to get in, but yeah, no, just all I need is just some food and some quiet space, and I get down, and then or when we're practicing and I'm like I need to write something really quick, because like we need to
every now and then we'll be jamming it with any of the bands, like we'll be playing, because this has happened to me both when I've been playing guitar and when I've been on vocals, where I'll hear Ty just rip this riff that I've never heard before on bass, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And he's like, is it cool? Is that cool?
Yeah, like,
yeah, dude, that's cool.
I try not to do too much, but also too like I for practices I get in the habit of playing whatever the set is, and I'm hearing a million different things. That's normal. Like I'm like, you know what? I don't like what I did right there, or I like what I did right there, but what if I like split into two parts, or like the tapping part in the Toca Culture song, like I didn't hear that until probably like the fifth time I heard it. And I don't think I sent it to you in the playthrough when like I was first singing the songs. I was like, you know what?
No, I heard it live.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure we were playing a show somewhere.
That was the first time.
And I was like,
you're like, what
was that? I think all of us, there's probably pictures of that show where everybody's kind of looking at you and you're just up there doing a tap part. And we're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Like, what is sick. This? Yeah, it's just one of those things. I was like, you know what? This might sound cool here. Let me just try it. And then like, if it sounds like dog water, it just goes out the way. But I mean, like this might be kind of cool, and it's different too. So, try to challenge myself every once in a while. But
do you practice with different genres?
I do, yeah. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm going to start bringing it back. The classical stuff. that I got obsessed with that in high school.
Define classical.
Like Beethoven, like that type of yeah. So I would like just transpose whatever it is on piano and then just learn how to play it, because it's different types of it's the same scales but like different types of like
it's different movements.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's really really helpful for me to write, but I haven't done it in so long, but I'm gonna start bringing that back again, because that stuff's really challenging for me, because it's rare that it's like a repeating note. It's most of this thing it's 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, then come back 1 1 1, then skip again. So
do you read music?
No, I can read tabs, but okay. I feel also too like I don't think I ever really gave myself an opportunity to read it. Like I think we did. You have to read it in choir, but after that I was out the window.
I learned really young to read music because I played piano and violin, but then that's the prime example of like if you don't use it.
For sure.
Now I look at sheet music and I'm so fucking lost.
It's like what is
I don't know what why is that there?
Yeah.
Always trying to remember every good boy does fine.
Yeah. What are all these P's?
Yeah.
Why are they upside down like that? I don't like.
How come this one is this way?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration for your fashion?
That's a good question.
And to piggyback off of that, who got you into dressing?
Jeez. So I'll do the second part first. So I would say my dad. So my dad would probably wear a suit to McDonald's. Like he was just always just like looking really, really good. He would always tell me like, you want to just leave the house looking presentable. You just never know what's going to happen. You never know who you might run into.
Facts.
I'm like, you're right. I mean, I don't do that all the time. Let's be honest. I left the house looking crazy just to go run and grab something and come back. But yeah, he got me into wearing suits and just like, whenever, there's a wedding or like a function that, it calls for it. Like I relish it because it's dope. Because it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like I actually get to put a suit on.
Were you a suits to church kid?
I had to be for a while.
Yeah.
I think right up until high school, and then he was always like, "You wearing that to church? Why would you wear that to church? Like, are you serious? You wearing those are jeans? What are you like, Dad? It's cool. I promise it's not like I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just comfortable." Yeah. And then again, after that is when I started kind of getting into it. But now inspiration, I don't know if I have like a specific inspiration. I feel like I just see stuff. I'm like, you know what? That looks dope. I'm going to put it on. Or sometimes I'll just wear like some wild colors just because, you know what? I don't see anybody else wearing that. Let me just do that. Even though I haven't bought shoes in a minute, but like shoes are the same way. Sometimes like the colorways are just so out of this world and you can really only wear them with like
one thing.
Yeah. I'm like, but that's kind of dope though. And they're not that expensive. You know what? Sure. I'll get that. But yeah, I think inspiration beforehand, just overall, I think comes from him. But I think now I just, pulled from that, like, it was like, oh, you know what? Like, I think this will look good. This will look good. But it's also funny you say that because I remember I put some stuff on and Ari is, of course, Miss Fashion because now she thinks she knows everything about fashion. She's like,
well, she learned from her dad.
Yeah, well, yeah, but she'll say, she's like, Dad, nobody's even wearing that anymore. Like, why you still got that on? Like, what? What do you mean? And it's funny because now like the swag is like the flare jeans and and I remember I showed her a video of us playing at Showcase and I had the flare. She was like, oh, Dad, how did you? It recycles. No, but that's what we're doing now. It recycles. Yeah. No, but like that's what we're doing now. I've tried to tell you, but you're like, that doesn't know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Well.
Dude, I blew Emily's mind one day when I dropped her off at school, and I was looking at all the kids that she's a freshman, and so looking at all the kids, and I'm like, I literally wore every outfit that these kids are wearing.
Seriously?
And I got made fun of for it. We talked about this in the Billy episode. I got made fun of for it because it was like, why are you wearing these Jinkos?
Yeah, it's like crazy. Yeah, Jinkos were the Jinkos, and then you play hacky sack. That was the move back then with the bucket hats
with the Osiris D3.
Oh, don't let me find those. Don't let me find those. I
I got a news from my nephew. He went to go to a vintage shop, and he's like, I found these sick ass shirts.
Oh no!
And he showed me them, and it was South Pole and Element.
Dude, South Pole Element.
Throwback now.
I had so much Echo gear.
Oh,
back in the day.
Same.
So much Sean John. So much Vocal. Quicksilver, Volcom, like all that. Like
I'm pretty sure I still have a sleeveless Volcom hoodie that I'm pretty sure it's on my laundry right
Did you ever have the denim suit?
Yes. I had it.
Actually got that.
I had it when I was in elementary. I had it when I was in junior high. And I had it when I was in high school.
Bro, I remember walking because I was a kid. We were in San Francisco and Nellyville had just dropped. So I walked from our hotel a couple blocks up to Virgin Records to pick up Nellyville because they had the special edition. And I was in my jean jacket, the real dark denim jacket with the matching pants and Timberlands, and I was so miserable walking there and back. I was like, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. My Timberlands weren't laced because you couldn't lace them back then.
Yeah.
And they were a little floppy, so they're kind of like you hear the clunk, 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 like. And I remember getting the record and walking back so sweaty. It was like, but at least I look fly.
Yeah, I look fly. Yeah, that's the move, man. Those jeans, man.
I will say, like, the past few years, I've gone pretty minimal when it comes to style, other than like sneakers.
Yeah.
But when it came to like dressing up for work or for like events and things like that, like I still try and show out a little bit.
Yeah, you got to.
Same thing I learned from my dad when it came to the dress codes, because he was always like well tailored.
Yes.
The cufflinks match the watch,
Yes.
match the everything went together.
Yeah.
The shoes, even the socks had to match. So.
Dude. Man, the flashbacks I'm getting right now, man. Seriously, it's they knew what they were doing back then, for real.
Yeah,
they really did. Yeah,
man.
I couldn't take fashion advice from my dad because he always wore a zoot suit.
I mean, that's the little
Orale.
swag. That's still a swag though. Yeah.
With those big old collars and shit.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's see here. Some of these we're gonna tailor to you and your projects.
Gotcha.
Do you have a favorite merch design from your bands?
That's crazy. So the Easy Out basketball jersey.
But that's a one-of-one for you. That's not available to everybody.
I mean,
That was a one-of-one for you before you were in the band.
yeah, that's fair. We honestly, okay, so
You're like, I hate all our merch.
no. What's the? It's got the bird.
Oh, the yeah.
I like
The Torture
that.
Culture
Yeah,
bird shirt?
I actually really like that one a lot. That's up there.
It's a raven, right, or crow?
Yeah.
That I remember when I first saw that. I'm like, dude, that's hard. I wouldn't mind having that be a hoodie.
It has the Face an Early Grave lyric on the back.
I mean, the new shirt that we have is the with the Torture Culture right across in the red.
Oh yeah.
That I like that one, but that bird one, like, just it pops.
That Red Hood one was sick.
The Red Hood one is sick.
Gosh.
The new Tiger one that hasn't released yet is hard.
Yeah, but I would say the bird one's up there. I mean, I know that, like I said, the Easy Outs. You know what?
Glizzies and punk rock.
Yeah.
The one on the baseball team. That one. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, no, those jump out. What
is your favorite run that you've ever done with music? Like traveling.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if I've gone like super, super far. Favorite run? I feel like I haven't gone super, super far though. Honestly, probably and the most memorable was the one that we did with NPR, and it's because it was the first one.
Yeah,
like, we had just gotten out of high school. I'm talking like graduated, I think probably like a month before, and I always remember thinking like, oh my gosh, if you tour, like that's a big deal. Like only the big people tour. So I would say that's my most memorable. I mean, obviously we got our stuff jacked, so that part sucked. But no, it was cool to get out of.
That's the base, right?
Yeah, that's the
sunburst.
Yeah. I know. That's the one that's in the picture with the glasses. That's the one. And also that's why I love that. yeah, that's the one. Super serious. They're like,
I'm like, hand me my bass.
Yeah. And they're like, don't smile on this one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just say serious. But no, but I think because, again, it was the first one. I think it was cool of Mikey and the guys to, say, hey, let's little brother these guys and take them along. But we just, again, we didn't think that was going to be a big deal. But the coolest thing was, obviously getting a chance to play outside of your area. Because, I'm 17, 18 years old. I didn't think I was going to do anything, like that. I mean, I had just gotten into music. We just played a talent show, a little bit beforehand. So the last thing I'm thinking is going out of, our little circle and playing, in front of, there was a decent amount of people there. Not a ton by any means, but I would say that'd probably be my favorite just because it was the first one.
Do you remember your first show or moment on stage where you realized like kids were there to see you?
Yes.
And what was that like for you?
So, man. So this one was No Alliance. This was Travis and I's band back in high school. Played at not Cafe Disco. Cafe something in Redlands. I think it's where that Creole spot is over there. It's over there in that same like
the one with the smash burger.
Yeah. Well, no, not that one. No. It's like downtown Redlands.
With the place with the sand on the ground.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
they got really good chicken and waffles. Really good chicken and
food
waffles.
Is
but also, I still need to try that oxtail smash burger.
You need that, man. It's so delicious, shout out Jerk Grill if they end up watching this. No, but that was that was my first time playing with stuff that I had written, or I shouldn't say but like we had written.
Yeah. Because
everything else was either for church or anything like that because we hadn't done a talent show. So we did that. We recorded at Love Juice. And in high school, I think even now, like if you're in a band, everybody will come out.
Right.
Everybody will come out. And Travis was, again, this was still our first show. So he reached out to like some of the local bands in the area. Mind you, this is still before, social media really. So, but yeah, it was so dope to like see a sea of people going crazy. And this is our first show. Like, again, 15, 16, 17 years old. Like, I did not think that was ever going to be a thing. I was nervous for, a little bit and then got over it. But yeah, that was a moment. And then, there's been other ones, but I think that one in particular, Travis had got me into music. He got me into heavy music. That wasn't like a super heavy project, but like he had got me into music. So it was cool. Like, hey man, like we started this in your room. Like this is dope. Like, all these songs, I remember them getting written before they were written, seeing how they came together and look, like it was cool. So.
And then, like 20 years later, how was it?
Man,
when we like officially brought Travis into Torture Culture and you guys played.
Man, I don't know if the video caught it, but like I absolutely had tears.
Yeah.
When we played, because it was at Stages, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
was Stages his first show, or was
it was Stages. It was Stages.
Okay.
That one. And then also like his parents were. It was, man, like there's I don't know if you can see it, but like there's a part where I turn around, I'm like, come on, hold it together, like.
There was a moment where you guys like walked up to each other and were like, doing your little
touching strings,
little suspect, but playing each other's, grabbing each other's necks. But I remember like seeing that, and I was like, this is a moment right here for for these dudes.
I'm just staring.
I'm like, Did we make the right decision?
Yeah, no, man, that was crazy. Because again, just the whole reason, why I play music, so that was insane. But I got out of it. But man, I was like, oh, I hope nobody saw this. I did this real quick. I was like, all right, lock in.
What was funny was that when we were there, while everybody else was playing, before Tocha Culture's set was on, Mike comes up to me, he's like, dude, Travis is like doing like spins in the pit or something like that, or pitting or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Travis was like moshing fucking hard. I was like, we gotta play later.
He was like, nah, it's cool. I got it.
Your hands, Travis, your hands.
Yeah, that was a dope moment because anytime you with nostalgia, all the things just start popping up in your head. I mean, it was, that was dope.
All right, out of all across all the projects, what's been your favorite song to perform live?
Favorite song? Oh, I gotta pick one. Favorite song?
See what you do to us?
Oh man.
Damn, from Burner State, Easy Out.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Well, so I haven't done an Easy Out song live yet.
Right.
Fair. But you have played in multiple bands before, even Burner State, and
that's true. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know what? Favorite? Okay. So one song. I hate the fact that I did this. I really hate.
I hate me for doing this to me.
Yeah, because I mean. So favorite is probably. Oh man, I want to say one, but I'm gonna say the other one. Favorite is gonna be, so I played in a band called Echoes of Eden, and there is a song called Boarding the Technodrome. Obviously that is a Ninja Turtle reference, and we called it that song because we were playing Ninja Turtles at his house, and it literally sounds like, I'll have to play it for you guys, but it sounds like you're boarding the Technodrome. Like, it sounds like, okay, you're about to do something crazy.
If you guys didn't have like a big pause and somebody yells out "Krang," like
then it's a waste.
Then it is a waste of that song. But I'm just saying,
So the reason why that song, I would say is my favorite. Well, it does have like a little, bass solo in it, of course, because I'm greedy. But there's a very basic breakdown in that song, and I remember the first time we played it, seeing somebody like do a cartwheel and then spin kick, and I was like, oh, like this is crazy. Like what? Like I just like I paused. Like I've never seen that. I've been part of the crowd when people are going crazy or I'm going crazy. I've just never seen somebody do that, and I froze. I was like, oh, this is sick. And then that became the song like we would close with, right? So, man, one song though, I'll just use that one. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I could literally pick one from each project, but, damn. Yeah, no, I'll go that one just because picture snapshot of the spin kick. That was dope.
Dude, it's funny you had sent the Creative Void music video, or not music video, the live videos to the group chat, and just watching. I mean, those are so old.
Yeah.
But watching those pylons for Tyranny, I was like, holy shit, I forgot they used to happen. That was fun.
That was fun. Boarding the Technodrome.
Looked like you were about to say something, Jesse.
No.
Oh.
He's like, nope, I'm good.
He unmuted his mic to just tell me no. Nah. All right. When you're, I'd say, playing a show, what makes the overall experience a 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10. Getting there at a decent time, so like we don't feel rushed. Getting a chance to link up with the promoter, whoever booked us. Obviously, just tell them thank you. Getting a chance to talk to hopefully all the bands are there. Getting a chance to like chop it up with them beforehand or just within the show. And then actually playing, because I'm old, stretching, because that is very, very crucial. If I do not stretch, it's not going to be tight the next day or the next day or the next day. But yeah, I think just having time to like, do all that beforehand. And then, just getting some good, like, okay, we're about to go on in 30 minutes, 45 minutes or whatever. Okay, let me stretch. Let me kind of get loose. Let me think about all the songs. And then, yeah, I mean, obviously, if there's people there, that always
It's always nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always nice. I mean, it's also cool to play in front of the other bands too. I like that. But good old live practice.
It's always rad to play for the sound guy.
Yeah. Justin, y'all got it. Keep going.
And my favorite thing is when it's the sound guy, and then he leaves.
Sorry guys, I got a smoke break.
Yeah, I'm gonna
it's just us.
Yeah, he just happens to go smoke a blunt while we're playing, and thanks.
It still comes up
Thanks,
after
bud.
you.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Good set.
yeah. You guys played solid, sir. You weren't here for me,
buddy. There were 4 people here, and you weren't one of them.
Yeah, what's going on?
Don't tell me good set.
Don't lie to me. Tell me we were trash. Goodness. Oh goodness.
In your opinion, top 3 MMA or any style fighters?
I forgot I asked this one. Okay.
The random curveball question.
Yeah.
GSP, George St. Pierre.
Okay.
Anderson Silva.
Okay. We can see there's an era for you.
Tell him my age here.
Kind of like me with basketball.
Yeah, tell him my age here, real bad. Last one, I'm gonna go Rampage Jackson.
Yeah.
And I'm only gonna, well, I shouldn't say only, but like feel like he was very iconic when he was, at his peak.
He also ripped a door off the
Yeah.
full ass door off the hinges.
He's a very scary individual. But
He did an interview. He's like, I didn't know it wasn't a fake door. Or something.
nah, come on, bro. Nah, you're just too strong. That's crazy. Yeah.
All right. Are you taking requests for bass covers? I'd like to request Rancid.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Yeah, all right. You know what's funny? I actually I think I did it a while back and I stopped it right before the part. And I got well, I shouldn't say ADM. I got like 3 DMs like, dude, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
why? Why
Basically, you edged me and I was like, that's crazy word to use for that. But yeah, I will I will absolutely take requests. I'm just gonna apologize if it takes a while for me to get to it. But yeah, dude, that Maxwell Murder is, I mean, we all know.
Okay.
Yeah, he's yeah, dude. Yeah. He's nasty. Dude is nasty. But
Do you have a favorite bass?
I mean, Jesse, close your ears. I mean, my goodness, I fell in love with the precision like years ago. I mean, I'd get 10 of those in just a bunch of different colors.
P bass or jazz bass?
P. Even though, oh, of course I'm not gonna remember the song. There's a hardcore band that we saw that plays a jazz bass that I've never heard that kind of a tone before, and it sounded so crispy. And I'm like, what's one jazz bass gonna hurt? Like, what's one?
So I feel like the P bass looks better than jazz bass.
It does.
Jazz
The
bass
body's
weirdly offset.
Mm-hmm.
But the neck on the jazz bass,
I like it better.
Is superior. And I found out that they make a jazz bass conversion neck for the P bass that you can just buy from Fender and slap on. And
I
think I'm gonna do it with that.
I'm sorry. They do a what?
So it's a P bass neck, but it's the jazz bass neck converted to fit the P basses.
Huh? Weird.
Yeah.
And like, that's available for purchase.
I mean, I had a % discount
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
We probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah. Cut that out.
Yeah.
No, but that actually sounds amazing. Be weird if
I'm gonna do it on that one, then I'll let you play it. And you just...
Yeah, I just want to see. I just want to see. I mean, I shouldn't be buying any more bases because what I'm supposed to be getting is Fractal, so that's what I should be doing right now. But no, I mean, favorite, I guess, I mean the Music Man, but that's because of Mike from MXPX. We've all seen, well, I shouldn't say we've all seen, but there are multiple videos online of him throwing basses across the stage, catching them mid-song, and then continuing playing. If you guys have not seen that, please go look that up immediately. Mike Herrera from MXPX does this at almost every show. It is insane. I've yet to see him drop it, but yeah, that would be my favorite. Yeah.
The cool thing is I'd like to welcome our next guest.
Oh my gosh, I would lose it. Like,
I told Perez that like one of these days, you know, on one of his off weeks that he doesn't come to the podcast, I'm gonna book like Zoli from Ignite, and then like another off week, I'm gonna get Mike to get on the podcast. He's like, I'll come home. I don't give a shit where I'll come home. Like, it's your anniversary. I don't care.
I don't care. I'll leave right now.
I'll leave right now.
Right now. I'll fly right this minute. That would be insane. I mean, is that even a possibility?
I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
yeah. Everybody tag Mike Herrera.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Mike, please come here and tell me how to be a better bass player. And also maybe slide me 2 of your basses. Just 2. I'm not being greedy. You have a million. I just want 2.
Look, you throw them around like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just slide me 2. It's fine. Yeah, everybody tag Mike, please. Yeah.
All right. As a father,
Yes.
let's go way back before Ari.
Okay.
What was the pre-parenting advice that people gave you that you later found out was bullshit? Because I'll just
oh man. That's a great question. Pre-parenting advice. So I think most of the people that I spoke to just said to be patient. And I think probably the biggest piece of advice that I still remember, and I'm dealing with this now, is to just not think that you have it all figured out.
yeah.
Because there's always something that's going to change.
And kids will humble you real quick,
so fast.
so fast.
It's so fast. You think you have it all figured out, and then there's just a wrench, and you're like, "Whoa, what?" That's the piece of advice that I think I keep with me, because, you know, raising a teenager now is different than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's all, man. Yeah. There's that. What's another piece of advice? Take as many videos and pictures, because it goes by fast. It goes by very, very fast. Shout out to my son who thinks it's cool to run.
He's fast too.
He's very fast. Did not expect that this soon, but hey, I love it. Yeah, so take as many pictures and videos, because it goes by so fast. Cherish every moment. Be present.
Listen, we all love Parker. Devonterius would have done a much stronger name for him.
Devonterius.
The D apostrophe Bontarius is super fitting for the way he runs.
Yeah, and it would have looked super dope on a football jersey too.
Right?
I just thought about that. Yeah. Well,
Devonterius Robinson. The doctor is in.
Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
And that's also a sick lawyer name too. Like, wait, who's my lawyer? Wait, what? Like, excuse me? He walks in with a super fresh suit. Yo, what's
Super
up?
fresh pinstripe.
Yeah, I know, right? What's up? I'm Devon Terrace. I'm here to defend your ass. Like, wait, whoa,
Defend your ass.
whoa, chill.
Diamond's bigger than his ears.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. But yeah, no, just all the little stuff, I think, you know, the thing I won't forget is just, you know, just don't think you have it figured out, because it's, you know, like you said, things change all the time. So,
Dude, Elliot has grown so fast, but
so fast.
Karaima did a pretty good job about like not letting him use like tablets and stuff like that up until like just recently.
Yeah.
So he was here this weekend, and he was showing me he's playing like a horror game on the iPad now, And it's like one of those, like, you have a flashlight and you have to find clues, and then there's a monster somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. And this little motherfucker was trying to, like, school me on. He's like, hey, can you help me find the doorknob? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I take it. He goes, no, don't do that. No, don't. You can't. Don't do that.
Is crazy.
He's like, don't do that. The monster's right there. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to find this. Turns out he was right. The monster was right there. I died.
Scared
the shit out of me.
I bet you would jump too.
Yeah. He did one of those.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then I died, and he just looks at me like this. I told you. And then he takes the iPad from me. He's like, I gotta do it again.
Yeah, never mind. I'm just killing myself.
Bro, you're 5. What are you doing?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
All right. In your opinion,
Yes.
the best deathcore band.
Jesse's about to do some crazy.
It's such a broad question.
Yeah, does I mean, I'm gonna just say them. I just don't know if they count because they've changed. But does Iceland Kills count?
I don't think they're a deathcore band.
Were they a deathcore band?
I thought they were.
They were an emo band.
The horror.
And then
horror
they just
thing.
found the horror niche.
My fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I think deathcore, I think like
Carnifex.
Yeah.
Carnifex,
Yeah.
Whitechapel,
Yeah.
you know, like early Suicide Silence.
I mean, yeah. We got the chance to play with.
Oh,
It didn't count, but you know what I'm saying.
hey, you were on the same stage.
Yeah.
Same bill.
Yeah. Did you go in the pit for that one?
I did.
Yeah.
For 2 seconds.
The Wall of Death?
Yeah, for 2 seconds, literally. Chris, on the other hand, was pitting like crazy.
Yeah.
Chris
with a K.
Oh.
Like crazy. I did not see that coming. Pause. But he really was like, he went, man, I was like.
I've never seen him.
Neither have I. He was going.
He must not like our band.
Chris, if you're watching this, I have a lot of questions for you.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's very crazy. Yeah. I was really hoping Iceland Kills. Horror core
Yeah,
is what. Okay,
that's like
so that's
their
what that is.
horror.
Okay. I mean, I guess you could say Suicide Silence, but
Okay.
yeah.
Any chance that Spidey plays bass merch?
I don't think anybody would want it that. I would want it. Jesse's like, hello.
We'd all rep it.
I mean, I had the pics. That was kind of cool. That was dope for, a month or two. I think actually I'm lying. I still have them. I don't know. I feel like if I were to really do merch, like I would want to do it like I want to get help. Like I'd want to make it really, really cool.
You'd want to make it a brand.
Yeah, and also too, I don't know, Disney, if you're listening to this, cover your ears. I don't know how much trouble I would get in if I did that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I could use I could probably use the wording, and I could probably use webs, but I don't think I could use like him, like how I have on my on the amp cover, like he's shooting web and it says Spidey plays bass. Like I don't know if I could actually do that. I'd probably get in trouble for that, but. Wording I could probably get away with. I'd probably do something like a bass and then have it say Spidey plays bass on the neck, something like that. The model with the
No, we're not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Your signature model is gonna be dope.
We'll save that.
Yeah, we'll save that.
Yeah, something like that, or I don't know, I feel like almost all the stuff that I would have would be like on the neck, like, and then have it on like a shirt or a hoodie. But I mean, I would love to do it, but I would do a super small one because I don't think anybody would really want it. That's just more stuff for me to wear. Jesse's like,
you know how many times I've gotten like, dude, that guy that played bass for Perez State, like the Spider-Man stuff. Where'd he get it? Like, is that his stuff?
It's just It's just
Box lunch.
Box lunch.
Yeah, well,
That's the secret.
Yeah, it's actually, I feel like I've said that before. Box lunch, and that's I've calmed down a lot, but yeah, that's where a lot of my rewards are at. And by rewards, I mean money spent.
If we if you and I ever get into a fight, I'm gonna go into box lunch and type your number in and just steal all your points. Kind of like if you ever break up with your girl, you go take her Sephora points.
Yes.
And you and you buy yourself cologne.
Right?
Who the fuck have you dated?
Like, hey, I should have like 1,000 points.
Fuck this chick.
Yeah. My hoodie should be
714.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
What the fuck she do to you, dog?
yeah. Sir, no, all your points are gone. Are
Yeah.
you sure? I haven't bought it. No, they're all gone.
No, they're all gone.
Yeah.
Somebody bought a Venom Letterman jacket.
Oh, I would cry. And then it's a Venom Letterman jacket too. I
would buy things that you would want.
Oh, yeah.
With your points.
Yeah, I would cry. I would actually for real cry. I'd be like, I wanted this. This isn't fair.
Ty goes to Cinnabon. It's all used up.
Yeah. All the Cinnabon points are gone. Oh, that's fighting. That you know we're really fighting right there.
Ty knows where you live.
Ty just quit 4 bands.
Right? Yeah. I'm done now.
Yeah,
I'm not playing
done.
any music.
Yeah.
He's not in the scene anymore.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Just disappear off the face of the planet. Dang. Oh, Cinnabon.
All right. 5 tour essentials for you. Was it Complex that used to do that show Essentials? Like, what do I need?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
A hydro flask or some sort of jug that has water or can carry water.
love jugs.
Same. Same. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Essentials. Some comfy sweatpants. If I'm thinking essentials of stuff that I have to bring. Headphones.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like a head towel or a face towel because I'm always sweating when we're playing.
Headband.
What am I at? 3? 4? 3.
3.
Instrument doesn't count, right? Because you have to have that. I don't want to count that.
That's a good
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to count that.
I feel like your gear is a given.
Yeah. Chapstick.
Facts.
Chapstick for sure. I can't tell you how many chapsticks, and they're spread out everywhere because I always lose them. And my glasses.
Okay.
Because I should be wearing them 2 full days a week. I do not. I just wear them when I'm at home. I do need to start wearing them. People do ask me certain questions when I do wear my glasses, like, can you solve this problem for me? And I can't.
Sure can't.
I sure can't. Yeah. I'm terrible at math, but...
Excuse me, Mr. Librarian.
Yeah, I get that. This is a difficult math problem here. No, I can't do that. Yeah, those would be that. But I think the water jug would just be probably top of that list, just because you got to stay hydrated, no matter how long the tour is.
Slides, man.
Oh,
think about all the truck stop shower shoes. Yeah, that's
important.
It's a given. Plus, you don't want to wear your sneakers in the van.
Yeah. You just gotta let the toes.
Slides are Crocs. I'm become a little lenient on the Crocs, simply for comfort purposes.
I knew this day was coming.
They're ugly as hell. I still think I still to this day think they're one of the ugliest shoes on the planet.
Yeah.
Next to those Vibram soles. the shoes with the toes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I used to wear those all the time. Joey Sanchez.
Did he?
We used to play basketball at 5 a.m.
No,
at
he's not
Grayson,
wearing those
and he was playing basketball on Vibrams.
That's not safe.
Dude, actually in school we had a guy that had ran track with those. Fastest time
Oh
ever.
well, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well, yeah,
because
because
yeah.
I mean, the idea behind them is like readapting your body to how it's supposed to be, right? Like it was never intended for us to wear padded shoes, so your body doesn't function the same. But still, we also don't run on all fours. And,
Yeah.
Can't let them dogs out, dude.
Man, I got real pretty feet too.
Yeah, my feet are knots.
Actually, we're running. How we're gonna be making money for Walking Blind.
Yeah, thought about it a couple times.
Oh,
We get on Foot Finder real quick.
oh.
If you start seeing more and more gear start popping up,
You know where it came from?
start seeing some custom Kiesels show up in the mail.
Oh my goodness!
Your boy sold the feet pics.
I've heard of people making some decent money off that. So
Mike's just whipping in the G-Wagon.
Right?
yeah, just saying.
Unnecessary.
If it works, it works.
Heels on Wheels is still broken though. All right. Any out of the ordinary pre-show rituals?
Out of the ordinary. Out of the ordinary. I feel like I don't do anything that's out of the ordinary. I mean, some of my stretches look weird. I would say my stretching routine might be a little out of the ordinary. Like, I do squat all. That's
I have
crazy.
a video outside of characters.
Yeah, I was gonna say Like, I would say some of my stretching stuff is maybe out of the ordinary, but I'm like trying to replicate what I would be doing. So like when I'm moving, like if I like jump, I try to make sure I stretch my calves, and then like I jump back up, and then I stretch them again, or like I squat all the way down because I don't want my hips to just.
Is that why you squat down and then you bounce a little bit?
You guys like that movement?
You think I'm joking, but guess what?
I'm very, very serious.
Ty throws it back a little bit.
I just, hey, you know, you gotta stay limber.
While plays in the back.
Yeah. You never know, but yeah, no, I would just say maybe my stretching ritual is or you know routine is a little like funky, but yeah, it's just so I don't hurt the next day. Yeah. So it's out of necessity instead of just doing it.
All right,
You.
we know that you're excited to have Warped Tour back.
Yes.
What are 3 bands you would like to see play?
Even though I already saw this, but playing Identity Crisis, I need you guys to run that back.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that.
And we just unnecessarily upgraded to to VIP.
To be fair, though, like it was comfortable.
It was.
It was comfortable.
It was.
I feel like every so often you got to just be comfortable.
Wasn't that just so you have somewhere to sit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and a waiter.
Oh,
Yeah,
too,
because the lines were kind of
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and that waiter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hooked us up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was dope. So yeah, I would say Thrice, but the what is that 2002 to that so that Thrice. Man, Emarosa,
which Emarosa?
Johnny Craig, Emarosa.
Taylor Sheets.
Yeah, man, I could just go back in time and just capture some more of those moments. I did get a chance to see them live, that version of Emarosa, but I feel like it was gone too soon. And then I don't want to say them because I only know one song by them. And I feel like the other bands I'm thinking of, I think they are playing. Thrice, Emarosa, and Chiodos.
Okay.
Chiodos. And
All
they
right.
put on quite the set. They're good.
Has a fan or a new listener asked you for something out of the ordinary?
This is nasty. No, Jesse, it's not that bad.
Crazy.
It's not that bad. So if there are anybody that is listening and has seen us live, I always wear a headband. Again, I do this out of necessity because I sweat a ton. Unfortunately, that headband is very. It's disgusting.
It's gross.
It's like disgusting.
I had the unfortunate task of one time moving it off of the merch bin where it was draped.
Oh my
and
God.
I felt like I was holding a salamander.
Oh God.
It's so disgusting.
It like I moved it, and the way that it like slapped onto the
it's gross. So normally when I'm done, I just take it right off, and I either throw it in a bag or at least wring it out. So
somebody was like, "Can you just wring it out of my?"
Yeah, no, not that bad, not that bad. But
need some salt from my mouth.
but I did have this guy ask me for my headband, and it was awkward. It was awkward. I don't. He left it at that, but it was very awkward. He was like, "Dude, can I get that?" I'm like,
"Did you get it to him?"
I did.
Hell yeah!
But
turned around.
I did not watch what he did with that, but it was.
Did you check eBay after?
No. Dude, that would be cool if that was that important. But it was actually at the DBA show, the first one that we played. That was where I had the Thriller Michael Jackson
glove.
Yeah, man,
that glove, man.
The glove.
Yeah, but yeah, it was. I mean, we played good. There was a decent turnout. For obviously for being a DBA, but yeah, it was that was weird. Sure, here you go, man. He's like, "Oh, you guys are so good." Yeah, thanks. Here you go.
DBA gets hot.
Yeah. The AC was not.
It never does.
Yeah, so. That's probably the most awkward or weird item, but yeah.
All right. A couple of your questions I'm skipping because they were very tailored to the guests at the time.
Gotcha.
But dream lineup for a show, you're the opener.
What band am I in? Or does it matter?
I don't think it matters. Just what's your dream
lineup?
Like, this is how we test how much you like the bands that you play in. Which band would it be?
Oh, there it is. Yep.
What 4 other bands would you want?
Oh man. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna use Tulture Culture. So I would. Mike's like, you
fucking better.
So
I get to stand up front on that,
right?
Band.
Right. So.
Mike's like, why are you doing this to me?
How many bands? 4?
Let's say 5-band bill. So
we're 1.
You and 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So us. Ah, man. 1, 2, 3. I need a 4th. Us, and then directly after us. Oh man, they wouldn't do it. Hold up, let me.
No, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So.
In this world, they would do it.
Okay. Man, I did ask this question. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me just put this right. Oh man.
Jesse, we need a quick cut of this episode of Ty just going, oh man,
right? And it just keeps going.
That's the intro clip. Ty answers everything.
Okay, so, man, yeah, this is hard. So us, and then
I've realized the best way to answer your questions is just the first thought that comes to your head. That's your answer, because if you overthink it, then you just sit there.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so us, and then I would want the Curse version of Atreyu.
Okay.
Then after them, well, we could forget about the order. After them, Boundaries.
Hell yeah.
After them, August Burns Red. And then headlining Landmarks.
Oh,
God.
okay. By the way, that new Landmarks record.
That's nasty.
Rips. It's so good.
So good.
Start to finish.
Yeah.
It was all three of us in the car going like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Just it doesn't even feel like you made it through 38 minutes.
Man. Yeah. That album is so good. It's not hate. I'm jealous. They put together a very, very, very good piece of work, beginning to end.
Yeah.
Like the
structure, the flow of the songs into the other songs, the layout of everything.
Yeah.
I learned about drill rap.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for this one?
Yes.
3 things that you would tell your 21-year-old self.
21? Oh, man. 21. Okay, hold up. Where was that? 21. Okay, 21. 21. Okay. Number 1. Wow. Why did I ask? Okay.
Just wait till the next one.
All right. 21. Okay.
See, this
20
is what he does.
Okay, yeah, this is, man, that is tough. Okay, so I would, number 1, this is corny, but
She's not the one, bro.
no, don't say that. Don't say that. Well, you know what? She's fine now, but she's fine.
She just looks pretty.
Yeah. Dang, 21. Oh my gosh, I was going to Fridays regularly at 21. That's crazy. I would say, dang, cherish the moments with like some of the older family members for sure. That's a big one. Number 2. You know what? I would have maybe gone and done schooling for physical therapy, just on top of what I already did. Mm-hmm. I feel like I kind of got like an interest for it like way after that, and I'm like, man, I should have just did it when I was younger, but just didn't think about it. And then 3. I probably would have. Oh, nah, I can't. Oh man. Wow, 21. Mike, why did I ask this? Do we have? Yeah, we did. Take cooking lessons. Fair. Cooking and salsa lessons at 21.
Yeah, we should.
Cooking and salsa
done
lessons.
The dance lessons when we were younger.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna just say it. If right now, if I ever got the time consistently to like really get good at salsa dancing, it's over.
Oh,
it's over. Matter of fact, clip this. Seriously, it would be so. Oh my god,
it's wild. If anybody knows how to salsa dance that could teach us,
man. Oh my gosh, it would be so.
I just want to show up to all my friends' weddings and dance with all the aunties and shit.
It would be crazy.
How funny would it be for a Walking Blind clip or a video that you and Ty go to salsa class
Hey,
as partners?
Hey,
sign me up.
Yeah, I have like the basic step down, but I'm talking like the spin, the
dips.
Yeah,
It would flour in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you.
And we moved from salsa to like bachata and like all. And then also learning like all the like swing, all that shit.
It would be over. It would be so over. Yeah.
Went to a quinceañera near you.
Well, not now. I don't know that I would, but
my back.
Yeah.
All right. When's the last time you were upset or sad to the point where you didn't rush to fix the problem?
Oh, why did I ask this?
Good luck with that one.
Upset or sad to where I didn't rush to go fix the problem.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, I asked this? That's crazy. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't rush. That's a hard one.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Jesse's missing all these gold ones. Oh my goodness.
Next one's a hell of a question too. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So to where I didn't rush though?
I've seen you get pretty mad and still keep your composure. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Ty just says this a lot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Dude.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Rockefellers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the most I've ever heard seen him and go, that's fine. It's fine. It's
fine.
gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. That was okay, so I mean, you know, there's been I shouldn't say there's one day in particular. I mean, there was a day at work, and this was, you know, sometime last year, where I had like 4 orders not go out and not sync, and 2 out of those 4 orders were all really, really big accounts. And like by the time I got to the 4th one, I just sat, and I didn't cry, but like I just sat and just like stared at them. Like,
That's the worst when you're just like,
yeah, like I was like, okay, what else can happen? And you obviously don't want to say that because obviously more things can happen. But I remember just sitting there, just going like, I just need to get myself together, because I don't even have the answers, because a lot of times I will get reached out to like have a very quick answer, and at that time I just did not have the answer. I'm like, I just got to sit this one out. I need a minute. Actually, it was way more than a minute. And then and then I went back and asked for all tons of help. But man, that day was a mess. And then I think I remember going home that day and just like throwing my phone to the side and just knocking out. I'm like, I don't got it today.
we'll try this again tomorrow.
Yeah. It just, I mean, like it ended up getting handled, not all of them, but it ended up getting handled enough to where like it was okay for that day. But man, like, I feel like my boss might have been pissed off that day too. And it wasn't anything specifically that I did, but I think he was just pissed off, and like that energy just kind of came over, and I'm like, man, today's just not it. But yeah, I normally will, you know, react pretty quickly just because you need to figure something out. So, yeah, we'll use that one. Man, ugh.
All right. You wake up with 30 million in your bank account. What are the first 5 things that you do?
Oh, come on. First 5? What in the world? Why did I ask this?
Also, you've asked a lot more questions, but in this conversation, you've answered a lot of them.
Okay.
So I'm just not, for the sake of time, I'm kind of skipping those.
Okay. 30 million. 30 million, I mean...
30 million in your bank account.
Yeah.
First 5 things you're doing.
5.
Number 1, transferring Mike a cool meal.
Yeah. We have already spoken about this.
Yeah, we talked about this.
You get the mill for
Yeah,
sure.
whoever hits it first.
Yeah, please shoot that this way. I could absolutely... Jesse's really over here like, bro.
No, don't worry, Jesse. By the time I get that meal, I'll pay you for the time that you've been working on this shit.
Okay. So... No.
Hey. Paycheck's a paycheck.
You're getting more than 1,000. You're getting more than 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So first 5 things. Okay. So I'm probably gonna take 15, 20% of that, and like, you just got to put that away. And figure out some sort of, you know, way for that to just kind of keep itself going. Just because I've heard stories.
I thought he was going to say, figure out some type of way that the government can't find out.
No.
You buy gold.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So put some money away right out the gate. So that's one. pay off, I guess whatever debt I got left.
And with the last $10,
yeah. And with the last 10, go to McDonald's.
You can't even afford McDonald's with $10 anymore, man.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Going on a vacation.
Okay.
Where?
On a cruise.
With $30 million in your bank account?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, just a cruise, nothing crazy.
No, you go to the Maldives.
No, but I mean like. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Do you not like flying?
I do like flying. I mean, I would say most frequently I fly to Vegas. I don't even like driving to Vegas because it's so quick.
I fucked up. I found out that I could fly to Vegas for like $60.
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah, forget about it. Yeah, it's so quick. You don't even get comfortable enough to.
Nope.
But yeah, no, I would just vacation wise, like it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just a cruise. I mean, it could be a longer one, like the Brazil.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We're going to Brazil, Venezuela,
Yeah.
Costa Rica.
Nicaragua.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Speaking of that, number 4 would be to buy some property in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And then 5. I don't know. I guess take. Dang.
He hasn't mentioned his friends once.
He's like number 1. No.
That was number one.
That was you.
I guess I would have to say call up the close homies, right? Mm-hmm. And we do hey, we're gonna figure out a way or do some sort of like investment to where like all of us can get on, because
we're all eating good.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. But I think you get enough money to where like it's life changing. Like you want to change other people's lives too, right? So, yeah.
Ty just rents a hall, does a whole Shark Tank.
Oh no! I wouldn't do it, but I would absolutely pay somebody to be like, hey, like I have this group of people who like I want to put on. Like, what is the best way to do it? How much money is it going to cost? Yeah, because I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, it's gonna be cool to like just show out and be able to do whatever you want, but like, it's only fun if you have, the gang to do it with. So.
You don't want to hang out with rich assholes.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, what about a band now catches your attention?
Stage presence. You can play the most simple things. I think everybody's. I mean, we've seen 10-year-olds, that can shred. Let's keep it a buck. But like if I'm seeing a band, like I came to see a show, right? Like I wanna see you go crazy within
reason.
Yeah. Like I'm not expecting you to like, Mike Herrera and throw your bass across. Let's have it make sense. But
I'm not saying I want to see blood, but
yeah. But no, I think just stage presence, like own the song, and then like let me know what you feel about that song through how you're playing it. So yeah, stage presence for sure. That gets my attention right out the gate.
Okay. What artist would you want to call you for a bass feature and why? And to piggyback off of that, what 3 qualities do you think make a good bassist?
Oh, what? Okay. All right. Who would I want the call from? For a feature. Hold on. Okay. So I'm only doing one song. For a feature, dang, a feature. That's a good one. Oh man.
Yeah, what genre do you pick?
Right. That's where my head's going. So for a feature, I'm gonna say Killswitch Engage for a feature. And why? Because I know that I would get a chance to work with Adam D. And I know no matter like what I would do would come out sounding super, super sick. I've seen videos of him producing other bands, and I've seen him hear the perfect take and be like, nope, that was trash. Do it again. So I feel like that would also up my game. And then 3 qualities that make a good bassist. I mean, stage presence 1 right out the gate. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, I guess, well, that kind of goes with stage presence. Is it? Why did I ask this? I think your ability to play whatever song or songs multiple ways. That just shows you can, think outside.
So versatility.
Yeah, versatility for sure. And then third, I mean, this isn't necessarily quality, but I think just being able to do multiple styles.
Yeah.
And that will just make you a better bassist, because you don't, or just a musician in general, you don't have a choice but to learn different speeds, different scales, different patterns, for drums or whatever. So yeah, I think there's that. Why did I ask that? That's crazy.
All right, and last of the old questions before we move on to all the new shit.
Okay. Yeah. Oh Lord.
What bands were popular when you first got into the scene?
Oh, I mean, we can go. I can't believe I'm even saying this right now, but dad rock. So like, Limp Bizkit, Korn, Jesse with the
all the shit that Jesse loves.
Yeah.
Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah. Creed.
Crossfade.
Switchfoot. Let's go a little 3 Days Grace. Eve 6. Let me go more punk bands. Dogwood, Slick Shoes, Thrice, Seosin.
Teenage Bottle Rocket.
No, not.
They didn't come till later.
Really? Yeah, that was for me. That was recently.
Oh.
Blink, of course. Green Day, of course. Eve 6. My goodness, can't believe I said that.
I was about to say I haven't heard that name in forever.
Yeah, and that was kind of like all the stuff that was up and coming right then and there. But, yeah, and then obviously fast forward and all the stuff I'm listening to now. Yellow Card. No, not Yellow Card wasn't around that, but MXPX for sure.
All right.
Yep.
Now let's get into the current questions that were asked specifically of you.
Oh Lord.
Let's start with Project Ronin Fitness. Ty, how big is it?
First of all, Andrew,
this is where we get into the nitty gritty.
Crazy. It's little.
Bullshit.
To answer Andrew's question, it's little. It's not even impressive. It's little.
Yeah, but you have to see it for yourself to know.
That don't tempt him. Do not tempt him.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. All right.
Oh Jesus.
Here's a string of questions from Dan.
Okay.
Dan saw himself.
Oh Lord.
Torture Culture.
Love you, Dan.
All right. Let me read all these in sequence before you answer.
Okay, gotcha.
Does Ty plan on playing a 5-string yet? I feel like it's time to put the big boy pants on. Followed by, why is Ty so scared to play a 5-string? Followed by, I bet if Spider-Man had to choose between 4 strings and 5,
wow,
he would go with the 5.
Wow.
Your response.
Oh man. It's not that I'm scared. I know it's gonna happen. The next practice, he's gonna be like, "You said you weren't scared. Here's a 5." He's gonna do that. I can already see it.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I have one at home. I don't play it as much. And I feel like the style of music that I was playing at the time and got most comfortable playing, I never needed it. Am I opposed to it? I don't want to say yes because Dan really is. I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. I've actually, you know what? I played them 2 times live. Again, it wasn't necessary, but I had a one was a borrow. Actually, both of them were borrows. It felt a little weird. Yeah, but I mean, if he really wants me to, I'll do it for a song. How about that?
Okay.
Let's flip it. Mike, when are you getting the 7-string?
That's crazy.
I don't play in a guitar in a band that requires a 7-string.
Yeah. I can just get thicker. Actually,
the band that I play guitar in, I'm not even allowed to tune below drop D. So there it is.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, Fender has some really nice 5 strings coming out.
Yeah, see. Now Fractal comes first, and then we'll go from there.
All right. From Alex, 4 Seavers. How much does Ty love Rye Guy? Bass Bros.
A lot. Actually, yeah, we were just talking about this yesterday. Talk about influences. Like, he was a huge influence for me, like, locally. So, Ryan was the original bassist for No Bragging Rights back in the day, and like, it was cool getting a chance to see somebody semi-regularly who was that talented. Because normally, when you see somebody that talented, it's at a concert, something bigger. But like, he encompassed like what I wanted to play like. I mean, he wasn't just fast, but like, he knew the fretboard like the back of his hand. And then, you know, obviously getting a chance to like talk to him and you know, talk bass and have him show me some stuff was pretty dope. But yeah, I love him. That's dad / big brother. That's a dope human being. Very cool dude.
All right. Maddie doesn't know.
Oh Lord.
2 questions.
Oh, Maddie.
Ask him if he's coming to see Mark of the Altar at Chain Reaction on May 9th.
Oh. Is that a Friday or Saturday? Can we it's a Friday?
It's Friday.
I feel like I should be able to go to that.
Cool. And then Spit or Lube.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Spit is nature's lube.
Yeah, heat of the moment spit for sure. That's just how you have to. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna stop me. Oh shoot, I gotta. Nah, you just hey. Maddie, I love you for that too. That's crazy. But yeah, spit for sure.
All right. Manny SG. What's your dream bass rig?
Well, actually, I think we might have just got I mean, I've always wanted to play a an 8x10 Ampeg. The only problem is that number one, it's heavy, and it still is heavy. And I just, you know, it was always super crazy expensive. Now,
guess what?
Yeah, guess what?
We got one.
Yeah, seems like the next show I'll play, you guys will see that. I mean, as far as like everything else, I'm not heavy into like pedals or anything crazy like that. Like I had a bass boost pedal at one point that I used for a chorus and 2 breakdowns. that was it. I normally just go direct in, or just, you know, use the tones from the head, or just use the tones from the bass. And then bass wise, yeah, I mean, you know, the good old Mike Carrera custom. But see, it's crazy because all of his other knobs are fake.
Yeah.
He's so like, but it
just
sounds
delete
so
them.
good.
Just delete them.
Yeah. But yeah, good old music man.
All right.
Spidey.
Adrian, Harsh Reality.
Yo.
But this question is coming from Bates Adrian.
Oh, love that.
Can you play Dragon Force on bass? Show me your ways.
Oh, I'm gonna say I feel like I can. I don't know any off the top of my head, but I feel like if I got some time to sit in front of it, I could probably get, you know, a few songs. The one thing I'll tell him though is, because I remember asking him about you know, just scales and like his pinky. I'm like, dude, just walk it up a bunch. Do it until your fingers are tired. Do it till your forearms are tired. Do it till your fingers bleed. Just do it over and over and over. The right hand's gonna be easy. You can get that. Wow, that's crazy. That's insane.
Adrian, you can get that right hand whenever you want from Ty.
And whether that be, doing finger picking, using a pick, or doing slap, like I feel like that part comes easier. But just scaling up and down, man. That I promise you, you'll everything else will be super simple for you. So, yeah, Dragon Force. I will. You know what? Maybe that'll be my next cover. I'll start doing some Dragon Force.
It's crazy that bass works right there.
Just play it right now.
New Abuse FM.
Right. Oh,
how you get that tone, Unc?
What? Who is that? My tone is not that good. I've gotten good tone.
We're dialing in your tone.
Yeah, it's getting a ton better. I always have help with that. The tone at home, the stuff that I use for my covers is through an Ampeg Sans amp, and I kind of let that do all the work, and then new strings. That's kind of the trick for that. But yeah, my live tone, I get help from every single project that I've been in till this day. I get help. So yeah, no secrets. I just get help from everybody.
And best liquor store you've been to, also from newabuse.fm.
Best liquor store that I've been to?
Yep.
It is Liquorama in Upland on Foothill. Liquorama. That place has unlimited selection. Liquorama is the place to go. It's the place where I got my first bottle of Ace of Spades.
Mm-hmm. That's a good bottle.
Yeah.
Interessante.
It disappeared very quickly, but yeah, it was dope.
All right, from I Likes Guitars a Lot, Ryan.
Oh, Lord.
How much Cinnabon is too much Cinnabon?
There is never, ever too much. You should just eat it until you can't eat anymore. It's delicious. It's amazing. Cinnamon rolls are a gift from above. So delicious.
I'm not even going to try and read this person's name because I feel like it's just some name backwards.
Oh.
But they want to know, why are you still single?
You said it's somebody's name backwards?
That's what it looks like.
I guess the simple answer is... Jesse's like, I'm ready. I think the simple answer is I think now I don't know that I've gotten anybody that's made me want to not be single.
Yeah. Solid answer.
Yeah. Now on the opposite side of that, I feel like I'm very, very easy to please. So that kind of makes it hard. Like, but yeah, I just don't know that I've come across like, all right, cool. Like, this is it right here. But I feel like that's like the simple answer. But like I said, it sucks. I'm easy to please. I mean, you know how to cook. You know what I mean?
All right. From Chris, the Ferrari.
Yeah.
If your life were a novel, what would the title of the next chapter be?
Next chapter? That's a good question, Chris. The next chapter would be called Leveling Up. Leveling Up.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And then one more question before we get into all of Mike Perez's questions.
Oh, Lord. Because of course Mike would do me like that.
Erica asks, who would win in a fight between the OC chiropractor and a kangaroo?
Oh, Wow, Erica, I love you for that. A fight. Kangaroos are. I would say a chiropractor because they know how to. They know how to, break things.
That's crazy.
They know how to twist things, and they know how to.
Jesse's been waiting the whole show.
Yeah, chiropractor for sure, because they know how to relieve pressure. Yeah.
Don't mean anything anymore.
Hey.
All right, Michael Perez.
Oh.
With some heavy hitters for you.
Oh Lord.
Start with this one.
Okay.
The biggest lesson that Ty has learned from each band he's played in, starting with No Alliance.
Wow.
I'll be back.
That is a dick move, Michael. Wow. That actually sounds like a Ty question. Okay. Biggest lesson I learned. Oof. Okay.
No Alliance. Don't trust your friends. They'll shit in your toilet.
Biggest lesson from them, probably, make music with your friends. Make music with your friends. Learn that from them. My goodness.
So what came after No Alliance?
After No Alliance was Corporalis. That was the hardcore band with Travis. That's where I played drums. What I learned from that,
that you don't like playing drums?
Actually, you know what? Like at the time, like I was over it. I wanted to go back to play bass, which was the next project. What did I learn from that? Honestly, that recording drums is extremely difficult. So shout out to every drummer that I know or don't know that records drums. That is one of the hardest things to do. It's insane. You do one mess up and then having to, oh my God. Anyway, yeah. So recording drums is very difficult. From Echoes, Echoes of Eden, don't show up to a practice hammered because it's not productive, and don't do it more than once. And that is not even a shot at one person. That goes for everybody, because that, like I said, that just so there's that.
Oh, and I guess while you're answering these, because Mike has another question in here. Mm-hmm. Favorite song and why from each musical project?
Oh, that I can do. That one's easy. That one's much easier. What was the project after Echoes? I feel like the other two projects I did were just for recording, so and it was only like a 5-song EP each.
Still counts. You're putting music out there.
I'll tie both of those, because Manny was in both of those. I would say that I learned.
That's right. I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For those, I just learned. That's where I learned it's a good idea to play with people that you don't know, which is almost completely opposite from what I said. But again, play music with your friends, but it's good to play music with people that you don't know, because I didn't know any of these guys, because it forces you to have some sort of like-minded thing. Like, you have to go toward the same goal, right? And all the rest of these guys knew, but I didn't know any of them. So it was cool to get to like form songs together and throw my 2 cents and be like, hey, like maybe we should take a break here, or maybe we should make this part longer. And trying to make them see your vision. So I learned from that how to play with people that you just don't know. And then a very long gap, very, very long gap. And then Burner State. What did I learn from Burner State? Jesse, stop smiling. I learned it's like that's crazy. That pause button is crazy. I learned Honestly, I learned it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
It really is like riding a bike. That first couple practices, I was like, okay, I can.
But you had been playing bass in between, right? Or had you just completely?
I stopped. I think
the bass was in the basement.
It literally, like, it was collecting dust. Like I did like a cover or two during the pandemic, but it wasn't like, it was like a Rush cover, and then I don't remember what the other one, like a Memphis. It wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't, but I was not to be disrespectful to Rush. I'm sorry. Geddy Lee is up there. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was it just wasn't like anything crazy. Like I did it just to, okay, cool, I can still play. But like that really taught me like it's like riding a bike. I mean, even the first show at Gerald's house, like I felt like I was moving like I was 19, which I felt it the next day. But
You
like,
weren't. I'm just kidding. I was there. You weren't.
I'm just kidding. But I felt like I was, right? I felt it. That's what I felt like. But yeah, I felt like with that, I learned like it, you know, it's like riding a bike. With Tulter Culture, I feel like I never ever stopped loving heavy music, and that I always wanted to keep playing it. Mm-hmm. For Easy Out, realize my fingers get more sore quicker than I thought. Shout out to Ryan for helping me record all the techie parts, because this shit is not easy. It's very interesting playing this live, not gonna lie, but yeah. I feel like did I get everything? Yeah, I got everything. And then favorite song from each group. No Alliance was Lost Blue Skies, because it has a very AFI-esque bass line. Corporalis, I don't even remember the name of any songs. I mean, if I can remember the name of it, but it's the one that was supposed to be a No Alliance song. And then we just made it heavier. And the only reason I like that one the most is because it has a long extended double bass part that I'm just kind of walking for a while. Very challenging, but you know, good to test me a little bit. The Manny Project. I'm not gonna remember the name of songs. It's up on YouTube somewhere. And this is why I like that song, because that was the first song I ever recorded in one take. And like there's even a pause in the song where like I flip off the camera and like you can hear the end of it, and the engineer's like, dude, I think you got that all in one take. I'm like, wait, what, for real? You're like I caught that moment at the end. I'm like, dude, wait, I've never done that before. This is dope. And it wasn't like super technical, but it wasn't, you know, just basic. So there was that. Favorite Burner State song? That's Delta.
I was about to say Delta.
Yeah, that's got energy. That's where Mike's doing that thing.
That's where Mike was like, if time messes up this song.
No. Yeah, we fixed that.
I always wanted to jump on stage for shit. What was the song?
Unheard.
The heavy. Oh yeah,
Unheard. Yeah. We should have been featured. We should have re-recorded that, and you should have been featured on that song.
Been insane.
Yeah. Tulter Culture's Breaker for sure.
That's fair.
And then Easy Out. I mean, it's unreleased, but song one, because that's the first song I heard. But
song one. Fucking song one.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, I can't say the new one. Buried. Yeah, Buried. Because I've seen.
It's so fast.
It's fast, and I've seen that song evolve.
Yeah.
Because I remember what that song sounded before, like, more and more pieces and layers got added to it. So.
I still think me and Steve, I think both agree on this. The one song that, like, I don't think anybody else likes as much as we do is Broken Bodies.
I like that song.
I love that song.
Yeah, yeah.
And Ryan's like,
He's like it's like, it's whatever.
It's such a good song.
I'm gonna play it some more.
Yeah. And then the Super Secret Project.
Oh man.
We'll talk about that later.
I can't wait till you guys hear that. That's
wild. It's fun.
Anyway. That's just a little clip.
All right. Mike also asks, I've seen Ty receive bad news. He kept his happy demeanor. Where does that come from? We kind of talked about it a little earlier, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll go back. I've seen my dad do it. He's always been, for the most part, pretty composed. I feel like I kind of got that from him, but I think just to kind of evolve from that, like, just, hey, I got to give myself a second to kind of just, take it all in, hear exactly what's going on, and then, like, I try my best not to react, like, right out the gate, because that's all emotion. You want to try and have at least a little bit of reasoning. Obviously that doesn't work. That's let's be realistic, but I just try to let it sit for a second before I react. But yeah, I get it from him though, because I mean, I've seen he's gotten calls from Costa Rica before of family like not doing well, like people that are very close to him. I was in the car with him when they called about his brother just like not doing well, like, and before he was gonna, like, just all that type of stuff. So like it kind of makes everything else seem like not not as important. You're kind of like, oh, like there's real life things going out there, and this is how you react. Like, okay, cool. So yeah, I got a lot of that from him.
What's Ty's first memory of meeting Slaybar? What's your first memory of meeting me?
Well, I mean, we met at the graduation.
That's when we like started hanging out, but I feel like we met before that.
So Showcase. That's what I was asking. I was like, I can't remember if it was Creative Void or
if it was Showcase, it would have been Declare Your War.
Declare Your War, right? So that's where I first like met you and like said what's up and said, hey, like good. That's the very first time.
So you were there when we did the chicken fight with our guitar players.
And again, I was can't remember if that was Creative Void or not. But I'm like, no. But so that was the first time I met you. I'm trying to remember the first time I saw, I've seen Creative Void, I think, twice. But at that point, I already knew William. So like,
right.
That was like my connection there. But I was like, oh wait, that's the same guy from Declare War. So, yeah. But I mean, did
you come to Paradigm shows? We played Paradigm a lot.
That was one. I'm trying to remember where the second one was. Did you guys play the Vibe? No.
Yeah, we played the Vibe with MBR.
Okay, then that was the other one. Yeah, that's what it was called, right? That's the one on
the tiny
University.
One?
Yeah. Okay, so that's where
the only venue I've played both as in a band and as a rapper.
Oh, that's so tight. That's tight.
Which I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Speaking of Mikey Diamonds,
some drill shit.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if we could just somehow sneak that back into project.
We will.
Okay.
Anyways, all right.
Love it.
This is gonna be a tough one for you.
Oh no. Okay.
You gotta let me finish the question.
Okay.
Which superhero would Ty be, and why? It can't be anyone from Spider-Man's
universe?
Family, like Miles or anybody like that.
Superhero?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like the fact that Michael asked this.
It's tough because like there's a very clear answer for me. Like I'm like, oh, it would be Batman. But if somebody's like, you can't be Batman or anybody surrounding him, I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, what universe are you going? Marvel, DC?
Oh man, that's a tough question. Okay, so, and it can't be anybody in his universe. That's not funny. I was gonna say, let me not go there. Superhero? Wow.
I guess it could be a super villain too, if you really wanted to.
I was gonna flip that one
Thanos.
too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Thanos and just get out.
Snap Mike's questions out of there.
Right. Let's do. That's a wow. Wolverine.
Okay.
Number 1, Jean Grey.
Fair.
Number 2, Rogue. Let's just get that out the way.
You mean the animated series Rogue that they indoctrinated us as kids when she would fall and just land?
Just all of a sudden just land in a certain way, and I'm like, why do I feel this way right now?
Felt that way about Storm.
There used to be this. It was like a little mini series on like the Smodcast network.
Okay.
Kevin Smith Milo. And it was a guy talking about comics. I've tried to find the videos and I can't find them, so I feel like they've been pulled offline. But he had an episode where he was all talking about the whole time like Jim Lee knows how to draw ass. Like if you look at Jim Lee's comics and
They're all perfect.
the ass, he's like all the X-Men had ass. All the Batman comics had ass. Even Nightwing had ass. Like Jim Lee just knows how to draw ass. And I was like, yo, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Shout out to Jim Lee.
Yeah. Shout out Jim Lee for helping all the. Well, let me leave that out. Yeah. Now Wolverine, he's got the healing powers. He can go crazy sometimes.
So you're Snake and Mike's hero from
Kind of.
Not Weapon X.
Yeah, fuck you, Mike.
Right?
Which, by the way, the X Weapon X EP that just dropped,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and the song with Earth Crisis rips.
Are they playing Sound of Fury? No, or
I
I think they played it. They think they played it last year. They're playing some sort of festival coming up. I don't know what it is, but
just take Knock Loose and shuffle them up a little bit and put them in different places.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Shout out.
That's what it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean that it is. I think either you or Perez told me, oh yeah, that's the singer from Knock Loose. I'm like, wait, what? Since what? Wait, what? Yeah, threw me off.
Is that a new band or?
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, aren't you doing the other thing? But
Yeah. All right. and then it wouldn't be
oh no,
it wouldn't be Mike Perez if he didn't include one of these. It's a two-parter. Jesse, you can weigh in on this too.
It's a voice message.
How come gravity picks and chooses when it wants to be powerful? Huge cruise ships, big loaded trucks are all stuck to the earth, but bubbles, birds, flies seem completely unaffected. There's no clear answer for this.
There's no clear answer.
But, we'll still ask it because Mike submitted it.
I mean,
Yeah, because if you look at it, like they're light enough, but
yeah,
they're light enough, they should be pulled down.
Have you seen the video of
crazy.
the guy who they're interviewing him and he's like, what weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of lead? And he's like, well, obviously it's the lead. And they're like, no, they weigh the same. And his mind is broken.
Yeah.
He's like, no, but feathers are lighter than lead. But it's a pound of each.
It's a pound of each, though.
Yeah.
And then he's like, they show him, and he's like, well, there's so many more feathers. And he's like, yeah, but that's a pound.
Yeah, it's still.
And
a
he's
pound
just like his brain.
Yeah,
doesn't
he won't
function.
let. Yeah, he won't let himself. I mean, yeah, gravity is very confusing. I mean, Michael, I don't know why you did this. I mean, yeah, you're right. Bird. Yeah, but then velocity, though. Michael did this on purpose.
But it has to do with like mass.
Yeah.
And energy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a difference between a cruise ship and a bubble, Michael.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean? Like, there's definitely a greater mass.
Yeah, of course.
On the fucking Titanic versus the bubbles that you're blowing out of the fucking.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
Speaking of,
up in your Airstream trailer, waving your wand around. Happy anniversary.
That's right. I hope they're having fun. No, for real, I really do. Yeah, we at one point were sending videos back and forth of the whole landing on the Earth. Landing on the moon thing, and he had me questioning a whole lot of
He'll
things.
do that to you.
Yeah.
He'll do that to
like
you.
I'm not gonna say I went down like a full on rabbit hole, but I was like, wait a minute. And then you hear people now talking about it like, oh, we didn't even go. And I'm like, what do you mean we didn't go?
Yeah.
I saw it in the book.
He got me with the world flag. The world flag.
The what?
The flag.
The world flag.
Oh.
The how it like looks, and he's like, yes, the Earth's flag.
Yeah. Sneaky.
All right. So last official question before we do our standard, real quick mental health checks and stuff.
Yes.
I saved this for last because I feel like this might be actually the hardest question that you're going to answer all night. And it was shot in from Slumped.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
What's your favorite place to eat?
Wow. Wow.
Shout out Brandon for putting me on to one of the best Korean fried chicken spots that's right down the street. It's fire.
Favorite places to eat.
No. Favorite place.
So I can't, of course,
No,
I can't cop out.
No,
Dang.
you need a...
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me...
Decisions need to be made right now.
Yeah, because this... Wow. That... Oh, man.
Damn, even off the cruise too, like places off there.
Yeah, I'm... So, wow. So my problem here is, do I go... Because I have a chain restaurant in mind.
That you frequent regularly?
Semi regularly. I also have a fast food place that is my favorite without even blinking. Like, I'll have it right now. I'll have it tomorrow.
The In-N-Out?
Yep.
Okay. That's fair.
I love sushi. I also love hibachi. I also love steak. He did this on purpose. That's so crazy. I don't... Wow. So, I'm going to say Chili's.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
The reason why is because years ago, I was, let's say, between 7 and 9. So that 3-year span. I don't know why I remember stuff when I was 7. Don't worry about that. Maybe a little bit longer, like till I was 12. Me and my sister used to go to...
You know how long ago that was?
We don't need to talk about that. Yeah, turning 40 in a month is going to be weird. Actually, it already is weird. But we always used to go to Chili's. And we would always get the chicken nachos and a chocolate shake. Number one, I can't have chocolate shakes anymore because the lactose.
Yeah. You can take a lactate pill.
Yeah, I still do. Like for the ice cream and stuff, I still do. You never know. But it's not necessarily like Chili's, but
it's the memory.
It's the memory of like just me and her going, because like, again, I said from like 7 to 12. Like me and my sister are about 13, 14 years apart. So you guys do the math. Like that's not normal for like somebody just kind of like always kicking with their little brother like that, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm not gonna say the food was like amazing, but it wasn't terrible back then. I mean, I've been there recently. It's still pretty good. Their happy hour is fire, by the way.
Happy hour is fire.
Their margaritas are...
The Dollaritas?
Do you know when they started the margarita? Man, now let me just real quick, like, God, what was it, 2017, 18? They when they started doing the margarita, like, Mondays or Wednesdays or whatever it was, man, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times. Man, anyway. Yeah, I'm getting off topic here. But anyway, yeah, so that's what it is. I think it's because I associate that with, like, just the memory of, kicking with her. Because, again, like, that's like a normal thing, but
I get that, because for me it's Waffle House, and there's multiple reasons why. One is when I was a kid, there would be mornings when my dad would get me up early, and we would go hit Waffle House like before he'd take me to school or whatever, stuff like that. So there was like the memory of having breakfast with my dad at Waffle House. And then when I got older and I was driving, hanging with the homies at Waffle House because they were open 24 hours. And like we just always got into like the craziest shenanigans. It always started or ended at a Waffle House. And so like I've seen fights. I've seen like the craziest like meals be put together at Waffle House, ordering shit off the menu that doesn't even exist, but they'll just do it for you. Like just, you know, like even like proms and like dances and shit like that.
Yeah, that's where you go.
At Waffle House. And then being on tour. Waffle House. I even have a memory. My dad shattered his femur in like Pittsburgh. It was Pittsburgh. And I had to fly out. I was already living in California. I flew out to drive him and my mom back to Atlanta because he couldn't get on a plane because he had just shattered his leg. And as soon as we hit the South, a state that had a Waffle House, I went in and got us food, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, this is like metalcore era Mike. just got off, you know, Warped Tour with Atticus, so I had the freshest, like the Atticus like button up and like black skinny jeans and shit.
You need to bring that back.
Bro, I walk into this Waffle House and it was like the record stopped. They're like, who's this kid wearing skinny ass jeans? And you know what I mean? I was like, straight up, like if I would have died in a racist incident, it would have happened.
It would have been, yeah.
I walk in and it's like everybody watched me walk up to the counter and they're like, what can I get you? And I straight hit him with, let me get a double text cheesesteak plate, scattered, smothered, covered chunk. You know, and like, and they go, and then like the music started playing again. It was like, okay,
he's from here. My fault.
But that shit was so funny because I swear, like even the jukebox stopped playing.
Yeah, you felt it.
It was like just like a pure silent moment. Hear myself walking up to the fucking Waffle House counter.
It's like it's from a movie.
So yeah, Waffle House, man. That's the all time.
Waffle House is good though.
Yeah,
it is good.
I have definitely driven all the way to Arizona to go to Waffle House. Yep. Matter of fact,
that was with Martin, right?
I've done it another time other than that too. But I did go with Martin.
That's crazy.
That was like my okay. You don't have to drive alone, but we're going to Waffle House.
Yeah.
I'll go with you. But we're stopping.
We're making a stop. Yeah. We're absolutely making a stop. Love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, mental health check time.
Yes.
What is it that Mike always says? The mental health check is where we like to check in on our mental health, see what we do to fix things when they're bad.
Yeah. It's like when we figure out what's working, what's not working. If it is working, what are you doing? If it's not working, what do you do to try to get yourself back on track?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm not gonna say I'm great. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I think things that keep me on track though. I'm not gonna say Cinnabon, but that does sound really good right now. But I try to get in the gym, a few days a week. That always kind of keeps me nice and level. The loud, sometimes angry music will always do it. Playing in the projects that we've got going. Cannot wait to release some of this. Yeah. I really cannot wait. But yeah, no, all the basic stuff. I think just getting having an opportunity to be able to do those things, semi regularly keep me pretty level. Even when I have like a bad week, a bad few days or whatever, I feel like I can get myself back on track with one of those two things. I remember when Parker was first born, I obviously, hand and foot 24/7, and like I went a long time without doing those things, and it like I felt it.
Yeah.
I really, really felt it, and I'm like, okay, I've got to figure out a way to like try and balance this, because like I don't want to have that leak into like how I'm parenting him, or just like I don't want to be angry and frustrated 24/7, and like he's a baby, he doesn't know, all he knows is wake up, sleep, eat. Like
he's learning he's seeing the world for the first time.
Exactly. Yeah. So I got to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's So even like trying to, maneuver that, so that like, being able to get back into like some of the more regular things have really helped. Cause, as some of you guys may know, being around, little babies can test your patience once they start figuring stuff out. And then fast forward to when you have a teenager, she also can she can also test the good old patience, but yeah, and then obviously spending time with friends and family. I think the last time I was on, there wasn't really like a relationship developed between Ari and Parker, and like now it's much better, and like seeing that, like it's crazy, like just seeing them even like together, and like how she kind of like play fights with him. It's crazy. I never thought I would see something like that, and that really that makes me really, really happy. So, but yeah, so far so good, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for next month. We've got some things going on, and hitting that good old 40 mark, and hibachi. But yeah, how you doing, Mike?
I'm good. I feel really hype about a lot of things that are like kind of in the pipeline and that are coming up for me, for kind of for all of us. So like there's just a lot of cool shit that's happening behind the scenes that eventually will kind of roll out. And overall, things that I think I've been getting into a nice groove of getting back into like eating healthier and working out, fitness, all this stuff like that. And I just feel like I've been feeling better about myself again. Like,
that's huge.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm moving better. I'm like, overall just like feeling stronger.
Yeah, that's huge.
In a bunch of different senses. And being able to kind of get back to just finding like that proper balance of like work and life and music and health and everything, it's nice to kind of hit that stride. And now like I'm back to finding myself like, oh, I can push this a little harder. I can push a little, get a little more done on this, do a little more on this. And then, this not so super secret project that we've been working on is like the opportunity for us to just like throw things at the wall.
The legs on this thing is crazy.
It's unreal. So yeah, I'm hype on that. And everything has just been like, it's been mad decent lately.
I agree.
Jesse, where you at? Boy, you just had a week of you came in dressed nice, you came in with some pep in your step, looking all positive.
Last week was great. Last week was good. My girlfriend came out of New Jersey. She was here, got to meet basically my family and my friends that I consider to be my family. It was great.
Wait, we didn't get to meet her.
Damn, that's crazy.
No, it was good.
I'm glad she didn't get mad at me for my jokes.
No. It was cool. It was. I haven't done that in a minute because the last time I attempted to do it was with you guys, and it just went sideways for me. And I was just like, I don't want to bring anybody here unless I'm very serious about it, because these people mean mean a lot to me.
To be fair, that wasn't really on you.
What do you mean?
What your last situation?
Yeah. But it's still, at the same time, it's like that's what made me raise up, walls and not let anybody in or anything like that. So to do that with Navarre, it was actually very big for me, And I was very nervous all the times because I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if you're gonna, I knew that they would like her, but I don't know if she would like them. But it was great. Everything went out great, taking her to the airport, that was what killed it. I was in my feelings yesterday. I was like trying to be social, going out.
I could tell at dinner last night that you were a little.
There was these moments where I was catching myself just looking at the table, and
happens.
As of right now, like I am in this like state where like I'm like I hate this. I hate this shit. It's fucking sucks. This ain't it. Yeah. So, moving forward, we kind of want to have that serious talk about what's going to happen, who's moving who, well, when am I going to move out there, actually? That's going to be the move.
You're going to go out there?
I'm going to go out there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, when I'm out there, just sit down and have the actual conversation, because we're both miserable right now.
Oh, wait. You're the next one to visit out there. You're not moving out there.
No. It's moving.
You're moving out there.
But I'm going to visit for my birthday.
Right, and then that's when you guys will sit down.
Because I'd rather have the conversation face to face than actually, So, which a part of me in me is like very, hesitant, because I've visited places, but I've never stayed there, But another part of me is very excited to start this life, to start, my life with her,
Yeah.
So, I'm good, but I'm not good. Yeah.
And that's always it's a scary decision to, one, leave the place that you are comfortable in. Right. And then two, like, the idea of I'm really only doing this because of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's like putting your whole
Yeah.
self and your future in somebody else's hands. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
But if you know, you know.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I'm not. That's that phrase was said to me. If you know, you know. But also, it was like the fact that I don't know. Like, not about her. I'm saying about me
it's
going
just,
out there.
There's unknowns in there. I get you.
Yeah.
I think they say, I guess I don't really know how much truth there is to this, but that men know, like, within the first few, like, months, if the person that they're seeing is going to be a long-term, like, lifetime thing.
Yeah, right? and that's the thing. That's what it was. I told her straight up. I was like, look, I lose interest within a matter of a month or two. Yeah. If I see something, I'm losing interest, and it was just like after 2 months, I'm like, I still want to be here. I still want to be with you. Yeah. So it's kind of back with what Ty said. I've never met somebody that wanted me to make me single, like for me to become single.
Yeah.
And it's her.
Is there any thought of like because right now you guys are long distance relationship, and then of course when you guys spend like a week together, every moment is amazing.
Yeah,
you see each other for a week, is there like an opportunity to spend like an extended period of time together before you fully move?
I'd have to quit. I'd have to quit my job, because the to get hours for vacation out there, dude, I've been waiting since January to get 5 days of time off. I'm at 3.
Oh.
So I'm like,
really, as a full-time
employee.
Yeah. Interesting.
Crazy.
Benefits are great, but just that's the downside of
the other
everything,
part.
But
they're like, you don't take no time off.
Yeah. So my whole view behind it is, I love being with you. You love being with me. Mm-hmm. We're not gonna find out if we're good, like living together, until we do it.
Facts.
So I basically put out the plan. I've been like saying different plans this whole time. I'm like, look, we can go through this. I'll sell my car. I'll buy a car out there because it's acclimated already and everything like that. So, and she's like, what about work? I was like, look, I can find a job anywhere. I've done construction. I've done electrical. I've done music. I've done also like different types of things that I can pick out from anything. And my dad always taught me not to be, a one-trick pony.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I was like, working is not what makes me nervous. What makes me nervous is that I don't know nothing out there, basically. I've gone to a venue.
It's a different world. I mean, East Coast definitely moves differently.
Yeah.
And then it's chilly.
Yeah.
and it's humid as
Yeah,
fuck.
you're gonna have to get a parka.
Parka?
You're gonna have to get a parka and some boots.
Yeah.
Well,
But all in all, dude, I want to do it. I want to go move out there with her, and it's there's not a part of me where it says don't do it or don't, maybe hold back or something like that. Every part of me is like, if I had the chance to, I'd move tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you guys heard it here first. We are hiring a new cameraman. As you heard him say,
Right.
benefits are great.
benefits are great.
It's hard to get time off, but
Yes, you heard it all.
no, that's exciting, man. It's cool because and also like you have the opportunity not only to see essentially a new world, right, than what you're used to, but it like pulls you out of your comfort zone. So now you're just like, we got to figure shit out.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's so many smaller ways I could have done this, like moving out
Oh,
first.
1,000%. Yeah.
There was no. I mean, California. If you got a spot, you stay at that spot. So.
She doesn't want to move out here.
She does. But I found it to be more. It makes more sense because she already has her place.
She live by herself.
She lives by herself.
Oh, okay.
2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And it's a nice apartment. So I said it's better off for me to move out there. And then once your lease is up, you want to move to California, we can move to California. If you want to go somewhere else, we can go somewhere else.
Interesante.
So, she already said she doesn't want to raise a family in Jersey, so I know we're going to be moving, So whether it's going to be, Texas or like, Colorado maybe, stuff like that. We've talked about that, but,
Ooh.
Yeah.
The elevation is no joke. I will say that.
Yeah.
I think I would definitely like my one, not just for you guys, my one piece of advice for anybody who is looking to cohabitate. It's a lot easier when you guys move into a place that you get together versus somebody moving into your space or you moving into somebody else's space.
Yep.
I think one of the things, when Karama and I were together that was a struggle is she moved into my house and I already had like
everything already.
My way of
course,
doing things, so it's a struggle because I'm so set and I'm stubborn as fuck. I'm set in my way of like, this is how I like things. This is
right.
It's already made sense to me to do things this way. Why are you changing? You know what I mean? And that's not fair to somebody else.
And I mean, I think also like the easy for like what you're saying is that she was living somewhere else when we started talking. But for the first time that I moved out, literally the day after she moved in, I came out. So and the whole time she's never told me this is my apartment or something. It's our apartment.
So that place has stank on it.
Pretty much, dude. I had first flushes and everything.
First flush.
First flush is clutch. Yeah.
So and like it's like I personally I do love it out there. I like it. I think it's dope. The fucking the scaredy cat in me is like that's water's very close and if there's an earthquake and then she's like we don't get
They don't have
earthquakes. I was
earthquakes.
like
We get earthquakes way frequently.
To be fair, California will probably break off into the ocean before they get there.
that's where I'm telling to leave.
That's fine. That's cool, man.
It was her being out here and I'm like, yeah, we're on a fault line. She's like, you're on a what?
Yeah, my fault.
Literally.
So
yeah, man.
That's exciting, man.
That's dope.
That's it's a big move for sure, but it's exciting.
Yeah, because I mean, also like it's been a minute since I've hit a year with somebody. So and we're very close.
There you go.
So
What's with all you couples making decisions at a year?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, I'm moving in.
Oh, wow. The evil eye to Mike.
Wow.
I was about to say,
Talking to you, Mike and Jordan.
Wow.
I'm moving in.
Wow.
That's what you say now.
Yeah.
Don't make us fly out there for no fucking wedding.
No, we were said no wedding.
Oh. No, we're not invited. We're not cool enough.
Well, yeah.
Just keep changing the story.
Jesse,
That's crazy. It rained the day that we had our wedding.
Yeah. Rain. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Nah, she actually was like, I don't want a wedding. I'd just rather save up the money that we would spend on the wedding and get a fucking house. So I was like, say less.
Yeah. Well, shit. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Excited for you.
Thank you.
Excited for you.
Very excited.
Send your resumes in to walkingblindpod@gmail.com.
legit, anybody can do this shit better than me.
Hey.
They got it all set up nicely. You know what I mean?
Don't shortchange yourself.
Don't shortchange yourself. Yeah.
Important.
That's my job.
Yeah. Dude, throughout this whole podcast, I've hit so many of.
I know. I keep hearing Jesse go, shit.
Like, whoops.
All right, well, let's add a song to the playlist. And
Okay. Well, I guess I should add a landmark song. No, let me not do that.
I know.
Here, you know what I want to add. Let's do.
While you look, I'm gonna add "In the Depths of Grief" from that new "Your Spirit Dies" 3-song EP.
Oh, okay.
Rips.
While you look, I'm gonna add Runoff's new album, Omen Killer. Not the full album, just that one song.
Omen Killer.
Dude, it's so good.
And if you haven't yet, just listen to the new Landmarks record, start to finish.
Please,
it's so fucking good.
please,
It's so good.
Please.
It's like 2 nights in a row that me and Ty just drove and listened to that record start to finish.
Good.
Just every time. Jesse, just listen to this. You have to appreciate this, please.
Was I wrong about that vocal pattern?
No.
Fucking whatever shit he's doing. I was like, what is this?
That's too good. Do you guys have any Darsum on the playlist?
We do.
From Darsum.
Oh, duh.
Also, while you look, runner up, we found that band Petroglyphs, and they rip.
I don't want to add. It's a cover though. Windwalkers Without Me.
I knew that was coming.
First of all,
that Halsey song rips.
That Halsey song that's one of my favorite songs of all time. I get the most awkward series like, "Ugh, that's your favorite song?" Yes, that's my favorite song.
Yes,
I like it. I love it. I love it.
She's playing at Yamava.
She is playing at Yamava. I'm really trying to figure out how we can get down there.
That's why you pointed at the billboard.
Yeah. No, I want to see that song live.
Listen,
so bad.
Halsey has fucking bangers.
She does.
I don't like, especially a lot of her older stuff. Like she has bangers.
Yeah.
It was her and Pink.
Yeah, dude. Let me leave Pink out of this because Pink, man, she's so much respect for her. But anytime that song gets covered, like, it sounds so good.
But that cover in particular.
Yeah. If you guys have not listened to,
you haven't heard it?
I haven't heard it.
We're gonna play it right now.
Yeah, it's so dope.
We're gonna play it on the speakers.
It's so dope. Yeah, those guys are good.
All right, well, Ty.
Yes.
Thank you for answering your questions. I'm sure we're gonna do another one of these in another few months after you continue.
I got some stuff.
Asking.
Jesse's he's already plotting. Yeah, no, this is cool. It made me think. Now I'm starting to.
And we gotta sit down and discuss our schedule for That's Crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. That's going to be. I'm excited for that. I'm very excited.
I'm not available for anything that ends with the Y.
Play-Doh snakes. Play-Doh snakes.
Yeah. This.
All right. Well, if you like what we do, like, follow, and subscribe at Walking Blind Pod everywhere. WalkingBlindPod@gmail.com is the email address for you to send your resumes and your questions. And this guy will train you while he's still on the job. You know how they do that bullshit thing where like you put your 2 weeks notice in and then you have to train the new person?
Yeah, train the new. Yeah.
It's not 2 weeks.
No, but still, we're just saying.
By episode 152, you might see a new guy.
That's quick.
All right. We love you guys. Peace.
No way to handle my aggression.